Hey guys, welcome back to another Day Our Survival. I'm your host, Mobile Gaming. So now we are fully healed, 100% health, 100% energy. I got my water, food, some alcohol, vodka, and my bandages. Getting ready to kill that she-wolf. And I got the kitchen knife and the rusted axe just in case if I need to butcher some wolves. And also, I brought some major backups. I have my crossbow, and I got my AK-74 and RPK-74 with some grenades and some extra bullets so that I can make sure I kill that wolf and her cubs maybe. All right. So let's go. Let's go to the slaughterhouse. All right. I actually before I recorded the video, I actually did some looting around the city before I started this video. So now let's go and kill some wolves. All right. Let's start. I got my flashlight, my knife, and rifle. Let's go to the slaughterhouse. The men going on the wolf hunt set up a temporary camp next to the burnt-out warehouse off the highway. Thick smoke rose from rusty barrels. The fighters sat on logs around the hot fire and hungrily devoured roasted potatoes and drank water from large tin mugs. Oh, I got a fried potato. I think that's my first vegetables I've eaten. Okay, one older comrade sat cross-legged on a red oilcloth and laid out pieces of freshly fried fish on scraps of newspaper. I noticed Gavrilov nearby. He was gesticulating with a half-gnawed chicken bone, regaling the men around him with a tale from his turbulent adolescence. The men laughed, clutching their sides. The hunters were buoyed up, cheerful even, too cheerful, but they couldn't see how small their chances of survival were. They must have simply refused to entertain the possibility. I got myself a fried fish, oh yeah! I counted 11 fighters, nowhere near enough, but still, it was virtually every adult man in Gorenichi. The only people left were women, children, old people, and 2 or 3 guys who had been seriously wounded in the last foray. 5 men were armed with assault rifles. The others had old sawed-off shotguns or double-barreled shotguns. As I recall, automatic gunfire was effective against black wolves, but single bullets didn't bother them much. We had to hope that we weren't about to face a large pack. Gavrilov saw me and stopped his storytelling, beckoning me over. Keep going. And here's our friend, the one I told you about. The former investigator introduced me to the others. I shook their hands. He's come to us all the way from Tver, so he's got some fighting experience. He promised to help with the wolves. Have you actually seen the wolves we got around here? Normal wolves have got nothing on these beasts, said the fighters next to Gavrilov, looking doubtfully at me. He wasn't a young man, and yet tired, squinting eyes, and a heavily lined face. I've seen them before. I killed one in Moscow. 1-on-1? The hunter repeated. The others looked over at me with respect. Impressive! Around here we scavenge in groups of 12, at least, and that's just for the she-wolf. Yuri, don't stir things up, the guy next to him said. It's bad enough as it is. We're just about to head out, Gavrilov said to me. If you have any question, tell them now. Let's see. Let's go to number 3. When are you going to tell me what you promised? As soon as the she-wolf is dead, not before, the investigator interjected, giving me a cold look. Take my advice, forget about everything for now. If we aren't focused, we don't work together, nobody will be coming home. Every man is responsible for the squad. Are we clear? We're clear. Excellent. Alright. Where's the she-wolf hiding? in an old slaughterhouse 5 kilometers off the highway to Zaltomar. Wolf cubs were sighted there, Yuri replied. And 3 days ago, all other people out there were killed. The wind hasn't changed in a long time, he added. We're going to approach the slaughterhouse from downwind. If it works and they don't catch our scent, we will get there, unnoticed. We'll take out the she-wolf and get the head out of there. Such an optimistic Yuri, Gavrilov laughs darkly. These creatures are bling. Bling? I think I'm supposed to say are blind. But they'll sniff us out a mile away. Say what you want, but they're all coming running to defend the mother. Alright, let's go with who's leading the squad. I am. And Yuri helping, Gavrilov responded. When it comes to wolves, we are the most experienced, I suppose. Before Kirill was in charge of all operations, Yuri's gloomily. He was Navy Special Forces, Nikita's stepfather, the one who didn't come back from Kiev. Well, that's sad. Why did you have to remind us about that? I mean, we forgot about him, and now you just remind him. I'm sad. You weren't dead too. Maybe you saw the body. Gavrilov confirmed. He ran out of cartridges. He couldn't retreat, so he went out at the wolf with a knife. A knife! I recalled the dead body with the bitten off hands. The hunters fell silent for a moment, as a sign of respect for the dead. Any more questions? No, I don't want any more questions. How about, what's the plan? The plan is simple. Don't die. Obviously. Maybe the plan might be not get everyone killed or injured, or at least have the most survived instead of like 3 or 4 injured, replied one of the hunters, Gregory. Let's consider the worst case scenario, also known as the most likely scenario, Gavrilov said. There's a whole pack of wolves out around the slaughterhouse. We've got odorous smoke bombs. We'll take the beasts by surprise. We'll kill them all before they even know what hit them. We'll go into the building, find the she-wolf, and take her out fast. The worst case scenario is that it gets the jump on us, Yuri muttered. But we're really stuck. We have plan B, said Gavrilov. There was a small suitcase on the ground between his feet, and he gave it a solemn pat. Okay. I don't have any more questions. No more questions. Let's start fighting. Then let's get started, Gavrilov said with a nod, jumping to his feet. Folks, no more chit-chat. We're moving out. The hunter scrambled to get ready. Do me a favor, would you? Gavrilov murmured, drawing me off to one side. I haven't seen Nikita in over an hour. Go get him. He should be on the other side of the highway. I'd go by himself, but he won't talk to me. Why? He probably blames me for Kirill's death, his stepfather. Gavrilov sighed. And then I was the one who took him away from Kiev and stopped him getting his revenge on the wolves. Will you do it? Okay, I'll find him. It wasn't difficult to find the guy. Nikita was sitting on a large stump and was carving something out of a lump of tree bark. He showed no reason to my arrival. He showed no reaction to my arrival. He just continued carving. Gavrilov sent you? He asked me point blank when I got closer. He asked me to come get you. He's worried. Gavrilov thinks that you hold him responsible for your stepdad's death. That's none of your business. Who are you anyway? Nikita replied in irritation. If Gavrilov wants something from me, he can come himself. He started thinking, still wielding the knife. I'll finish up and come back. Listen, I'm really sorry. You can take your heartfelt condolences and shove them, Nikita said, frowning. All of you. I'm sick of it. I suddenly remember Nikita in Kiev shooting the wolf with tears in his eyes. How about... Tell me, do you really hold Gavrilov responsible for what happens in Kiev? Hey, do you really think I want to talk about this with a complete stranger? Nikita snapped. Okay, that was not a good answer. Dropping the knife and giving me a surely challenging look. Listen, I don't go poking my nose into your business, pal, and you stay out of mine. I'll say it again. If Gavrilov wants to chat, he can come himself, and not send God knows who. Okay, that's not... Let's see what we... Pretty enough. Who taught you how to carve? How about who taught you how to carve so well? My stepdad. When my mom died, a long time ago, I was... Okay, he's talking, so that's good. I guess I picked the right one. A long time ago, I was still in school. My stepdad made me a wooden figurine of my mom's dancing. She was a ballerina, and that's how I always remember her, dancing. And he told me that when he was in the Navy, he made a carving of his parents, so he didn't miss them as much. But the figurine itself doesn't matter. It's the feeling you put into it as you carve it. Nikita turned the grinning wolf head into his hands. It didn't have eyes. Nikita laughed. You can't carve something with love or hatred, whichever fits. Alright. Let's go with the pretty knife one. Pretty, Nikita sighed. My dad brought it back from Europe when it was even younger than I am now. He had it with him everywhere he went, you know? He slept with it under his pillow. He even kept it when he went for a swim. It always made me laugh. One time, I hid the knife as a joke. My stepdad beat me bloody. He stuck the blade in a piece of wood and said, "When your rifle misfires, when your grenades doesn't go off, when your friends runs, all you'll have left is your knife." This thing saved his life 3 times. Okay, so he's opening up now. Maybe I can go with number 1. Maybe you can tell me what's bothering you. I know I'm a stranger, but I'll be gone soon. It'll make you feel better to talk. Give it a try. Nikita hesitated. At last, he sat the knife and carving down, and he rubbed his temples. Back in Kiev, my stepdad had run out of cartridges, and he killed a wolf with his knife. But then, Nikita throat cocked. Another beast attacked him from behind and bit his hands off. Ironic, right? He had a knife, but no hand to wield it. The wolf didn't even finish him off. It was going for Gavrilov, but my stepdad grabbed it with his arms and held it back. The wolf tore at him, but my stepdad held on until he bled out. If Siva had arrived 30 seconds later, the wolf would have got Gavrilov too. I'm sorry about it. I'm sorry how it turned out. But what did Gavrilov do wrong? He almost died too. Yeah, there was nothing he could have done. Nikita closed his eyes. All he had was the Makarov, and it's like a flea bite to those black wolves. I don't know if he do what my stepdad did for him, but he's not to blame for his death. The blame lies elsewhere. Another? Who? Me. Nikita turned the carving in his hands, and then he slashed at it with the knife. We shot one beast. The wolf was going to run away. My stepdad yelled for me to stop, but all I cared about was showing him that I was tough, a tough guy too. That I could handle a wolf one-on-one, and injured to boot. To boot? What is that? Ooh. I left the others far behind and chased after it, and what I had on me was our only assault rifle with a full magazine. I caught up with it and finished it off, but when I came back to the others, I saw my stepdad's body. Now it's my turn to say something. What? Oh, okay. Now it's my turn to say something, I said, watching the horizon. When I was traveling to Kiev, I met a good guy. He thought I was a bandit. Oh, he's gonna tell the story when he got captured by that hunter. He thought I was a bandit. So he tied me up, and he was planning to torture me. But then a wolf attacked him. A wolf that had followed me all the way from Bryansk. It bit off the guy's head. It was terrible, but there was nothing I could have done. He could have done anything either. Don't you get it? It doesn't matter whether you could have done something or not. You're still responsible. I don't believe you. I don't believe that you sleep soundly at night after that. I didn't know what to say to him. Time to go, Nikita stood up. We'll kill these monsters, every last one of them, and then maybe it won't hurt so much. Alright, let's go. The small squad led by Gavrilov and Yuri was already waiting for us. When he saw Nikita, the investigator gave me a thumbs up, but I was lost in my own thoughts and didn't respond. I think maybe he was still thinking about that hunter. I mean, I feel like, yeah, I do agree with our guy here. The hunter was a good guy, and I think he was just trying to save his daughter. He didn't know that our guy was not abandoned. Sadly, though, but the wolf just killed him. It's pretty sad. Nikita's words were playing on my mind. I remember the old hunter, and Galia, and Sasha too. When all was said and done, I was solely responsible for what happened to them. When a person dies, the responsibility for their death falls on you. There's no such thing as there was nothing I could do, especially if the person was someone you loved. That was big. We finished our march about 300 meters from our destination. The wind hadn't changed. There had been no incidents on the road. Gavrilov sent the scouts up ahead. They came back with 15 minutes. After consulting Yuri about something, Gavrilov called me over. Listen carefully. There are 9 wolves near the slaughterhouse, 4 to the east, and they're sleeping, and 5 to the south. They're up and alert. We'll take the brutes by surprise, he continued. We're splitting the squads into groups. We'll attack simultaneously. The first group will throw smoke bombs at the 4 sleepers from behind covers and make Swiss cheese to them. The other groups will go around the 5 wolves from downhill, take up their position, and open fires on the signal. And decide if you're going in the first group or the second group, Gavrilov said. The first group is less risky choice. The wolves will be asleep, but you need more in the second group. You're an old hand at this, and our guys aren't even professional hunters. For some of them, this is the first time they've ever had a gun, and they're afraid. Of course, although, he added, you shouldn't underestimate the sleeping wolves. You're a little paranoid, Pavel. I've always said it, Yuri chuckled. But seriously, why the hell are we splitting the squad? We can't deal with the sleeping wolves in one go, and then go up against a group of 5, and it's not that complicated. Your clever strategizing isn't needed here. So what's your decision? Said the former investigator, turning to me. So this is the strategy. Split up or be together. How about, some of them haven't even fired a gun yet, and they're not professional. If we split up, they might die. Some of them might die. I think it's better in numbers, in groups. Okay, number 3. I think Yuri's right. There's no sense in splitting up the squad. We can deal with these 4 together and then finish the rest. Yes! What did I tell you? Yuri winked at Gavrilov, who scowled. Maybe you'll listen to him. Alright, Yuri, you win, Gavrilov said tiredly, sighing. He paused. I hope that everything goes as quickly and as smoothly as you say, because if it doesn't, he just threw up his hands. It was settled. The operation began. Trying to move soundlessly, we approached the slaughterhouse building. Then, on Gavrilov's signal, the hunter ran behind the truck. 4 wolves were sleeping, very nearby, on the other side of the truck body. We lit and tossed smoke bombs over the top of the truck. Clouds of foul-smelling smoke blossomed across the asphalt area in front of the slaughterhouse. Gavrilov gave the order to attack. Fight! He ran around the truck and opened fire. 3 of us against each wolf. Like Gavrilov told us, they didn't even know what hit them. It was all over in 30 seconds. But we celebrated prematurely. Oh no. Oh damn! Yelled Yuri when the wolf that had been breathing on the ground a second ago latched onto his partner's throat. Yuri fired a stream of bullets at the beast. It dropped its prey, knocked another hunter to the ground, and sunk its claw into into the guy's stomach. He fell, screaming with pain and terror, trying in vain to hit the wolf on the head with his shotgun. We raised our guns. "Stop! We'll hit Alex!" somebody shouted. "He's dead already," Yuri barked. "Shoot! God damn you!" "Behind you!" Gavrilov yelled at me suddenly. I turned around and saw a wolf leaped out of the undergrowth behind me. Oh no. I think we got surprise attacked by the other wolves that heard the gunfire. Dodge and shoot. Gavrilov's warning came true. We paid dearly for our mistakes. Oh no! I picked the wrong one. Maybe we should have split up. We paid dearly for our mistake. Drawn by the sound of gunfire. Yep, I knew it. We should have split up. I think we should have split up. The other... okay. The 5 wolves attacked us from behind. I reacted in time, but judging by the blood-curdling screams, others hadn't been so lucky. Nikita was yelling beside me. A wolf had knocked him to the ground. Gavrilov rushed to his aid and whacked the beast with his rifle. The wolf leaped off his victim with a growl and sank its claw into Gavrilov. Oh no! My dude. Gavrilov, that's the guy we need information from. He cannot die. They both went down. Yuri and I ran over and shot the wolf several times in the head. Oh no, I hope nothing bad happened to the Gavrilov guy. All hell broke loose. The hunters went into a panic, running and firing without even aiming. The air shook with the constant gunfire. The roars, the moans, the screaming of horror and pain. I picked the wrong one. Oh my god. And though we won in the end, we lost 7 men and 8. Gavrilov would soon be joining them? Oh no. I totally picked the wrong one. Should I just start over? No, let's just continue. The former investigator raised his eyes to mine and tried to smile. The layer of grime and blood on his face made the smile look eerie. Sorry, Per, but you have to get Zadzov to tell you what you want to know. If you survive this hunt, of course. Oh man, that's sad. I picked the wrong choice and now he's dead. Nikita walked up to us. Yuri was with him. One look at the injured man told him all he wanted to know. There was no hope. Padovo. Damn, was all he could get out. It's over for me, Yuri. Worry about the others, ones who are injured, and don't waste your time. You have to finish the mission. Finish the mission? Yuri paled. Who's going to finish it? You lost too many men already. We're bandaging up the wounded, and we're going back to Gorenchi. Yuri, he's right. If we don't leave now, all these people will have died for nothing. While we take time to regroup, wolves will be descending on this place from all over. We need to kill the she-wolf right now. Yeah, we need to do that. We lost so many men, we gotta kill the she-wolf. It's payback. You're right, the dying man whispered gratefully. Yuri, you can't mourn later. Tell the boys to get ready. We distribute the guns. Gather up all the cartridges that are left. Pavel, but what if, in the slaughterhouse, the she-wolf isn't alone? Yuri interrupted him, his voice tinged with anger. What if there are more wolves? You'll manage. You have to. You need to put an end to this. If you let them bleed freely, they'll massacre the whole village in revenge. Pavel, no, you can't, Yuri replied. I can't. Enough, Gavrilov said. He closed his eyes, but then he looked at me. Now you're in command. In my place. Yuri, Nikita, do what he says. What? Yuri gasped. Pavel, are you serious? Gavrilov didn't respond. Yuri scowled at me, threw up his hands, and walked away. Yeah, he's angry. I think he wants to go home. I think it's just seeing Gavrilov dying in front of him and just made him lose hope. Yeah, it's pretty sad. Gavrilov strained himself to speak again, but the life was already leaving his body. Nikita, forgive me. Those were his last words. Forgive him? He saved me, Nikita said, breathing his grim silence. He saved me even though he knew the wolf would kill him. Why did he do that? He's worth more to the squad than I am. He must have really felt guilty about you. But maybe, I added, he wanted to fulfill his debt to your stepfather, who saved him in Kiev. I don't know. All I know is that he was a good man. May his soul rest in peace. Nikita looked at me in pain. I know that he died because of me, just like my stepdad, and I have to live with that. I have no idea how to help him. Go back to the injured. Against all expectations, Yuri fulfilled every one of Gavrilov's order. Luckily, no one was seriously injured among the survivors, but everyone was wounded. Everyone was wounded? Oh my goodness! In one way or another, the massively depleted squad was waiting for me and Nikita. Yuri was conversing in whispers with another hunter, Gregory. We're waiting your command, he said coldly when he saw me. Just remember that you're responsible for all of us now. For every one of us. And if anything goes wrong, it'll be on you. Yeah, I feel bad. Yuri, shut up, Nikita snapped at him. We all looked at Nick Kids in surprise. Yeah, that's right, yeah. Good job, boy. An oppressive silence hung in the air. What's that? I asked, hoping to refuse the situation, pointing at the small suitcase behind Yuri. I had already seen the suitcase in Gavrilov's hand. Plan B. If our guns aren't enough to take down the she-wolf, just so you know, we don't have much ammo left. Proceed to the slaughterhouse. Let's do this. We couldn't get inside the building via the main entrance. That part of the structure had collapsed, but the meat loading gate was blocked off too. Even after we've broken the lock, the hinges just wouldn't budge. There's another way in, one of the hunters spoke up. The slaughter corridor. That's where the livestock would go down before we, well, you know. Okay, let's go there. There was nothing else to do, so we went around the slaughterhouse from the other side and into the dark, tampering tunnel after one another. I used to work there. At the exit, a hunter whispered grimly. I never thought that one day it would be me walking toward the light. The hair on my arm stood up, and I don't think I was the only one. Despite the bad feeling in my gut, we made it through the slaughter corridor with no problems. We emerged into the spacious room with a sticky, soiled floor and dirty, reddish-brown walls. Metal grill structures gleamed along the walls, and terrifying hooks dangled above them. Next to the platform we were standing on, slaughtering tools had been abandoned haphazardly, and farther on we saw an entirely mound of bones, with a human skull among them. I think this is where the area where the wolves would take the people that they kill and put them there to eat, maybe? Keep going. We don't have much time, I spurred the hunter on. We were surrounded by gloom and silence. Some solitary shafts of light filtered through the few tiny windows. The slaughterhouse seemed to be completely deserted, but when we reached the room that held the vats for bleeding the slaughtered animal, Nikita stopped. Shh! Do you hear that? Listen closely. Somewhere in the corner, drops of water were beating rhythmically off the concrete floor from the wide archway up ahead. A barely audible scrape reached our ears. What's past the archway? I asked the former butcher. The evisceration room. You know, where you remove the entrails and split the carcasses. Past that is the cold storage. The she-wolf is probably somewhere around there. There's no guarantee it'll be alone. This evisceration room, is it big? Long and narrow, the butcher replied. We'll have to go in single file. and there aren't any windows. Turn on your light, I ordered the rest. Have your weapons ready. Oh man, single file into a small corridor? This is gonna be dangerous. It's kind of like a nightmare. Take the riskiest butcher and go through the archway first. Let the butcher go ahead of you and you bring up the rear. This isn't as risky as going first. Let's go to material. It truly was pitch black, but beyond the archway. Our flashlight revealed sharpened hooks below the ceiling. Huge steel cabinets, pipes snaking across the floor. Platforms, vats, and strange, evil-looking machinery. I didn't know the name of it. The walls and floors were dark with dried blood stains. Oh God, Gregory whispered. We stopped in our tracks. The scene before us was the stuff of nightmares. Gnarled corpses. Yeah, these are the dead bodies. Eaten alive, maybe. Lay around the wells. They were fresh. Rot hadn't even set in. Oh, that's disgusting. Some only had the head intact. Below the chin, the spinal column gleamed white in the gloom. Seriously, that's like night. This is like Saw the movie or something like that, you know, where people eating, where this guy eat like people. That's Misha, Audrey. Every voice wavered treacherously. Sergei, Chinchov, these are guys. They were so close and... His words were drowned out by a terrible growl. Okay. I just saw the wolf launch itself into the air, and then it mercilessly jaw closed around the butcher's head. If I had gone first, it would have been me. It would have been me. I guess I picked the right choice, but that's sad. Like, one more person died. I mean, we're already down so many men. Oh, this is a really horrible. I've been picking wrong a lot in this quest. Okay, let's go next. There they are! Gregory yelled, firing off a round from his shotgun, almost catching me in the shoulder. I could see them now too. Two wolves, not overly big, but still deadly, were sneaking up on me from behind. After the shotgun, they halted and bared their teeth. They were both unharmed. Gregory had missed. Somewhere up ahead, I heard a blood-curdling scream. It died away in an instant, accompanied by a burst of automatic gunfire. Fire at the wolves. Receive concussion? I shot the first wolf in the head, but the second, which was older, didn't react to the bullet at all. It only hopped back and then went for Gregory's instead. No, not Gregory! Surprise, surprise, you filthy animals! The butcher yelled, tossing his shotgun aside. In the flashes of gunfire, I caught sight of a grenade in his hand. Gregory pulled the pin. Somewhere up ahead, Nikita screamed, and that's when the wolves leaped at Gregory. The grenade explosions blasted Hunter and Beast to pieces. I was thrown back into the wall. Oh my God, more people are dying. And now Gregory, my favorite. I pushed myself up with difficulty, and I realized that it was all over. It was dark and silent as the grave. I raised my flashlight and looked around. Nikita was badly wounded, sitting next to a steel barrel a few paces away from me. The others were all dead. It's just me and him? Are you serious? So one guy is left in the village. That's healthy. And that's Nikita. Oh my God. Protecting their mother, the wolves fought to the last drop of blood, but the she-wolf wasn't in the evisceration room at all, alive or dead. Got away! It got away! It was all for nothing! Nikita gripped his head in powerless rage. Wait! Look! I pointed at the archway leading to the cold storage. In the beam of my flashlight, we saw a small black wolf cub that quickly darted back into the darkness. It wouldn't leave the cubs, I said, trying to inject some confidence into my voice. That means it's in the cold storage. The back gate is blocked. It's trapped. As if to confirm my word, a piercing whine came from the archway. Let's go. Kill it now. Hang back, Nikita said, shaking his head. What are we going to kill it with? I've almost run out of ammo. Have you checked the guns on the casualties? Yeah, same. And we took over 39mm there was in Gorenchi. Double barrel shotguns? A double barrel shotgun against the she-wolf? There are only 2 of us. Yeah. Where's Gavrilov's suitcase? I remember. Is that his plan B? The suitcase was lying near the former butcher's body. Okay, let's bring the suitcase and open it. The suitcase contained a bulletproof vest. No, it's not a bulletproof vest, Nikita said after a pause. It's packed with plastic explosive. You put it on, you go up to the she-wolf, and you pull the cord. The word hung in the air. I closed the suitcase. Let's try and think. There must be another way. Yeah, we're not gonna do some ISIS crap. We're not going to kill ourselves. Heck no. And I'm not gonna have Nikita wear that suit and kill himself with it. No. One of us is going to have to sacrifice himself. Put on the vest, go into the cold storage, and when the she-wolf is nearby, pull the cord, Nikita said. Oh, no. We're not doing that. We are not doing that ISIS stuff. He was waiting for my decision, since I was the commander still, but I didn't know what to say. Sure, before now my decision had life and death consequences for people, but now I face a more horrifying prospect, deciding which of the 2 of us to condemn to certain death. I thought of the decapitated hunter again. Back then, I didn't have a choice. Then I thought of Pavel Gavrilov, Yuri, the butcher, and the others who died during the hunt. I had made a choice, but I could only guess at the consequences of it. But this was completely different. Yeah, all my choices were really bad for this one. I have to make sure this is a good one, because everyone literally died. Okay, I'm going. You're going. Stay silent. Okay, let's go with I'm going. No, I'm going, Nikita said suddenly, reaching for the vest. Nikita, listen. I thought you understood me, Nikita got in my face, breathing heavily. You told me all that stuff about the hunter that got his head bitten off. No, I know that weighs on you, but there was nothing you could have done. But my stepdad and Gavrilov, they died because of me. Get it? Because of me. So I have more right to do this. And this is how you want to get rid of your guilt? I want to repay my debt. Okay, let's choose wisely here now. Sorry, but I'm the commander here, and it's my decision. If that's your decision, go ahead. We'll leave it up to fate. No, how about... Sorry, but I'm the commander here. It's my decision. Fine. You're in command, Nikita said, shrugging and turning back away. I quickly put on the vest, not giving myself a chance to change my mind. Go into the storage. Oh. Am I gonna kill myself? Is this how it's gonna end? Is this how the game is gonna end? Wait! I heard someone call, as I was already approaching in the yawning gloom of the archway. I looked around and saw Nikita sprinting toward me. What's the matter? The cord! It's dangled! Nikita panted, and he pointed down at the vest. I looked down at the cord in confusion, and then I felt like I'd been hit on the head with a hammer. The world rocked around me, and then everything went dark. What? Did my guy, faint or something? What happened? I was only unconscious for a short while, seemingly. I opened my eyes, everything swam around me, my head pounded. Then I realized that I wasn't wearing the vest anymore. I figured it all out. We didn't have to wait long. Within 10 seconds, the terrible whining behind the archway had increased, and then a boom came from the cold storage section, making the ground quake beneath our feet. For a second, I thought the ceiling was about to cave in, but the shaking stopped, and an oppressive silence settled on us. Nikita had done it. I released the death. I released the breath I'd been holding and stood up. Wait, did Nikita blow himself up? And then the she-wolf appeared from the midway blue archway. What happened, man? The creature standing before me in the faint, flickering beam of the flashlight bore only vague resemblance to an ordinary wolf. Oh yeah, that she-wolf is really disgusting. It looks like it has no skin. It's just meat, fat, and bones, and no eyes either. But first of all, did Nikita blow himself up? Okay, the she-wolf didn't have fur or hair, yeah. Its grotesque swollen body was entirely covered in a horrific smelling and blisters that were weeping pus, and a horrible yellow liquid dripped from its maw and eyes. Ugh. The she-wolf was simply massive, much larger than any of her cubs. Its entire right side, the muscle, ribs, the internal organs, had been blown completely open by the explosion. It dragged its back leg behind it, whining horribly, leaving the trail of blood and slime. But despite all of its injuries, it still looked capable of defending itself. Let's fight. Okay. Let's use our big guns. Let's do that. Let's start. Okay. Let's head back and turn. Can I? Throw the grenades at it yet. One more. Rage 2? What does that mean? Is it getting angry or something? Okay, well let's throw some grenades at him. Oh, that's it? It's not a lot of damage. Let's go with the AK. It's better. Rage 4, man. He's bleeding. Or she's bleeding. Okay, okay, how about I don't want to injure myself. Oh, okay. I think he's dead. She's dead. Not yet? Oh, okay, good. She died. The monster clung on to life to the very end. The she-wolf whined, trying to bite me, refusing to die, but only when I had turned my enemy into a shapeless, bloody mass that its leg give away, and this real-life nightmare, a monster wrought by radiation, rasped its last breath. Not wasting any time, I went into the cold storage, as I had hoped. The whole litter of wolf cubs, just short of a dozen, had perished in the explosion. The deed was done. Survival experience, firearm experience, explosion experience. The she-wolf is dead, but we had to pay a high price for her life. All those dead. When I got to the slaughterhouse, I saw the body of Gamalov and the others. The bodies need to be buried, but how would I manage it on my own? 3 hours later, I was headed back to Gorenje. A giant pyre burned behind me, deriving the bodies of 12 brave warriors who had given their lives for their country and their friends. Oh man. Everyone died. Seriously? Everyone died? I think maybe I picked like the wrong one or something. Oh, what's this? Okay, first, let's go here. I kind of want to start over. I mean, what is this right here? Nothing? Why is it like a campfire there? I kind of want to start over. I mean, I think I picked like seriously a lot of wrong choices. Yeah. How about that? Okay. Alright guys, thanks for watching. I'm gonna call it a video. Actually, you know what? I am going to load and then play this again. Maybe I would pick a better decision where some of them won't die. And I think Nikita might have been alive if I have chosen like the correct one. So I'm gonna do that. Okay? Thanks for watching. Please like and subscribe if you like more of this content. And so, I'll see you guys next time.